Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Mitch. Good Saturday morning to you all. I hope you guys are doing great out there this morning and having a wonderful start to your day and a great beginning to your new weekend out there so far. Here bringing the latest information on what's going to happen weather-wise across the entire lower 48 for your Saturday. We'll start this video off by speaking on the tropics, though. We'll give you some information, kind of compare some model guidance, talk about what's going on right now. Is there any kind of risk or threat for Nadine out there? There's a lot of chatter out there, some rumors about another storm coming. So, all I'm going to say is we're going to go over all the information that we got, and I'll kind of give you my take on it, my opinions on a couple of things, and then we'll let you get on with the start of your weekend. So, if you guys have not subscribed, certainly consider doing that. Like the video if you like it, and if anybody has anything that I can pray about or pray over, as always, please put it in the comments below so I can pray over it, so others have the opportunity to do so too. So I wanted to say something really quick, and it's not the best of news. I'll just go on and get into it. So woke up this morning, and the reason I'm saying this is because I'm asking for prayers. Woke up this morning and checked my analytics with the YouTube channel for September, and just to kind of give you guys an idea of what happens. Typically everything updates a week or so. Everything's finalized a week or so into the next month for the previous month. So obviously the previous month was September. We're in October now. So I guess YouTube did some sort of finalizing update, if you will, overnight. And my income that I make on YouTube got completely cut in half. And I'm not sure why. I have a hunch on what they're going to say is the reason. For you folks that's been tuning in for at least a year, maybe some of you remember what happened last September when we were breaking down Hurricane Lee. I had a video that really done well. In fact, it's my highest viewed video ever, but it's not the highest viewed video ever, as in, that specific video is so much more higher than my other videos. If you actually go on my YouTube channel and you look at most popular videos, I think it's like 89,000 views. It's in the next couple lower. The next couple ones behind it is like in the 80s. So it's not like one video got 200,000 views and then the second highest view video was like 80. So it's nothing like that. But they flagged that video for invalid traffic, and they basically just took about 90% of the income away from that channel, from that video. I'm sorry, and I never got a real good answer for it. They just told me invalid traffic. They didn't really tell me what to do to prevent that in the future or anything like that. So fast forward to about 2.5 weeks ago, I got another notification on the channel talking about, hey, one or more of your videos have been hit with invalid traffic. So I say, oh no, here we go again, second September in a row. But nothing ever got tweaked. Nothing ever changed. So I put it in the back of my mind, not completely out of my mind, but all of a sudden woke up this morning and it wasn't one video. They basically looked like they halved the revenue for every single video in September based off what I was reviewing this morning. So woke up at 4:30 to that. And, of course, we don't do this just for the money, right? But, I put a lot of time into this channel. I make 30 to 45 minute videos. It takes a long time to prepare them. And, it's very unfortunate that this happens. It seems like when the channel has a big spike in growth. So, just asking for prayers for that. I did reach out to YouTube this morning, was talking to someone in chat. Thankfully, it wasn't a robotic person. It seems like someone that, wasn't just copy and pasting answers. I think you guys know all about that when you talk to, sometimes people are just robots with customer service. This person did not seem to be like that, so I was very thankful for that, but still didn't get the answers that I wanted. They said they had to escalate it, and I'm going to get some emails probably throughout the morning and afternoon. But at the end of the day, guys, I think what's going to end up happening from this is they're going to say it's invalid traffic again. And I don't think there's going to be anything that I can do about it. And I guess I just am asking for prayers for you guys that I don't, just think about it too much. I think that sometimes this is just the enemy attacking, and we got to keep on going with this channel. We have a beautiful family on this channel. People look out for one another, pray for one another. It is a bit demoralizing because it puts so much effort, so much time is taken away from the family sometimes when it's really busy, when we're breaking down a big system. And I think the big unknown is what kills me. It's not the money. it's just not knowing when it's going to happen again. So you don't really get any clarity from YouTube on what to do to prevent it in the future. Yeah, it says things here and there, but we run a very clean channel on this. Occasionally you're going to get a bot like yesterday, but I mean, it happens. That just happens with bigger channels. So just asking for prayers of clarity, more so prayers that I get an answer, a good answer, and not just some, hey, you got invalid traffic and here's a copy and paste link on how to prevent it. So sorry to bombard you with that, just speaking from the heart. I am very, I wouldn't use the word irritated, but just very upset this morning because, this is something that, I have big plans for in the future. So, yeah, with that being said, let's get rocking and rolling. So, this is what's going on as far as out here in the Atlantic. We have energy out here that does have a chance to develop. We have the leftovers of Leslie right in here, but I mean, Leslie is not a storyline because it's out in the ocean. And then we are going to watch over the next several days what happens here in the Caribbean. Nothing right now. There's no area of interest. That could change over the weekend. I wouldn't be surprised if it does. But as of now, no threats, no risks, no big time systems out here. We've definitely entered somewhat of a quiet period in the Atlantic for now. Okay, as far as any kind of risk or threats. So the latest from the National Hurricane Center, there's that area of interest. Still has a 40% chance of developing into something. Leslie is already turning out to sea and has since weakened with the cooler sea surface temperatures, moving pretty quick at about northeast at about 24 miles per hour, just a tropical storm now. When we take a look at the model guidance from overnight, I want you to just pay attention to down here and watch how a big time low develops. We get into next Wednesday, we get into Thursday of next week, and all of a sudden we have a strong hurricane in the southern sections of the Caribbean. Now, where does this hurricane go? It strengthens considerably, by the way, and we get about 6 days from now, it heads right into Central America. Kind of reminds me of late in the hurricane season in 2020. We had a couple catastrophic hurricanes that made landfall down here in Central America. So if you're living in Central America and you're tuning in from this area, if this starts to get attention from other model guides, we will start to talk about this to death for you guys to keep you guys aware, because I definitely want to do that for you guys. But that makes landfall. Let's hope that does not develop, but I can tell you, be careful what you see out there. A lot of times the GFS likes to get overly excited about these pieces of energy that come off of like South America, and this almost looks like this is where it comes from. So it could be overdoing it, especially in the shorter term, so we'll watch for that. But that makes landfall. Not a forecast, but as you can tell, nothing really creeps in the Gulf of Mexico, nothing off the coast of the southeast. So between now and the next 7 days, 7 to 10 days, right now it doesn't look like there's a big threat. That could change. Does the Euro show that big hurricane down there in the Caribbean? We keep this rolling. We take it all the way into next Thursday. We take it into Friday, nothing. We take it into Saturday, thankfully still nothing. We take it into next Sunday. We're what, 9 days from now? We're 10 days from now. It does try to develop some sort of low off the coast of the eastern U.S., but it turns out to sea. So the Euro says nada. We're not developing anything. That's good. No agreement. Icon, it does have the big blob of energy down here indicating in the green. Okay, energy is certainly down here. Does kind of do what the Euro does, but a little bit quicker. Kind of develops some sort of low. But this low is as well north of the Caribbean and away from the Greater and Lesser Antilles. And the Icon does try to develop some sort of broad low down here in the Western Caribbean, but nothing like the GFS. So that's pretty much an update on the tropics. Listen, I'm not going to talk this to death. I'm not going to create any kind of fear. There's just nothing to worry about right now. There really isn't. So some people might disagree, and I'll give you my opinion on it. I would say, and I've said this the last couple videos, I don't think we're done with the Caribbean and the Gulf of Mexico as far as tropical risk. So just keep that in mind. Hopefully we are, but I don't think we're done. But as far as what's happening weather-wise across the entire lower 48, we do got some energy skirting to the north across areas of the upper Midwest, the plains. So we're waking up to a soggy start. We got a chilly rain up here in Maine, even a little bit of snow falling up here in Quebec. So, it's always good to see, in my opinion. But the southern tier of the country is quiet. We got some rain in northern Cal, southern Oregon, but southern tier of the country, pretty quiet. And even the northern tier, nothing crazy going on. We do have some wind advisories up here in New England. We got some dense fog advisories down here in southeast Texas. Red flag warnings getting pretty dry here in the middle of the country, but no severe alerts. The risk of excessive rainfall, just a marginal risk down here in Miami and surrounding areas, but no significant risk of flash flooding. And then the Storm Prediction Center, the general risk of thunderstorms across the Ohio Valley and, areas of the Great Lakes, but no risk of severe weather. Could get some thunderstorms down here in southern Florida. Weather-wise, as far as the radar could look like, I think the only area that sees any kind of moisture is southern Florida. Everybody else dominated by nice fall-like high pressure, beautiful weather. Like I said, some downpours, some thunderstorms down here in southern Florida is possible. Anywhere from, Orlando points south. But, I don't think it's going to be a high-impact weather day by any means. The Northeast will continue to maybe have a shot at some drizzle and rain flying through this morning. But once we get into this afternoon, it quiets down this evening, and then we'll have this big push of moisture that kind of goes across extreme southern Ontario, makes its way into northeast Ohio, northwest PA, western New York State starts to get some moisture, and this will set the stage for a pretty active, not active in terms of like, dangerous weather or anything like that, but just some unsettled weather across New England and the Northeast. We'll wake up Sunday morning to just a cool rain falling out there, maybe a little bit of winter weather in the higher elevations of interior New England, but definitely rain falling from Buffalo, Binghamton, northern areas of PA, and then central New York State, and then areas of just southern New England. So the south central U.S. continues their dry streak of weather and just not a whole lot of activity, so enjoy that. Not really anything to speak on. And then the north central U.S., some rain will continue just to kind of drizzle on through, quite literally, across the northern sections of the Midwest, maybe extreme northeast South Dakota, northern Minnesota, down into Wisconsin. And we'll start to get into the Great Lakes region. We'll start to have some rain flying around. And rain falling in the UP of Michigan. Some rain in northern Wisconsin, rain in southern sections of lower Michigan as we get into the wee hours of the morning tomorrow morning, and then some cold air will really probably drop in behind this for a few days. But this will all be rain, no snow yet, just some on and off rain across the Great Lakes region over the next 24 hours. And then the western U.S. We'll get a little bit of rain that will continue throughout the morning and early afternoon hours in southern sections of Wyoming, and then northern Cal, the Rockies, the northern and southern, the high plains. Everybody else, just a nice Saturday ahead. Temperatures, there's that cooler air kind of moving in. Some of it's rain cooled. We'll have temperatures in the 50s up here in the Great Lakes region, 50s and 40s in the interior New England, closer to the coast, the big cities, 60s. And then the mid-Atlantic in the 70s, southeast in the 70s, low humidity. It's warming on up, though, in the southern and central plains, where somebody might get close to 100 degrees. And then out west, it's cooler. It's nice, a nice fall-like day. So, folks, I am sorry for the low energy. It just, you wake up to something like that. I woke up jacked up this morning, excited. It's the weekend, of course, and, you look at that, and then you can't help but to get down about it and out. So, if you're wondering what I'm talking about, just, go back to the intro and kind of I explain what's going on. But yeah, just asking for prayers for that. I know at the end of the day it's going to be okay regardless of what happens. I think the cutting in the estimated revenue part is a lost cause. I don't think that's going to work out. But just like I said, prayers that we get some answers here with this channel. And listen, I'm going to tell you right now, ain't nothing stopping us with this channel and what we've built here. I think this is a safe place for a lot of people, a place that people can come to and have built relationships with people with. You see, this person talking to this person, and I'm never just going to leave y'all hanging because of something like that. Even if it just makes us $5 a month, it is what it is. We'll keep trucking with this, but definitely feeling down and out about it, and we'll get through. We'll get through it. It'll be all right. There's people going through much worse stuff out there. So God bless all y'all. Y'all have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you again tomorrow morning.